welcome to LumberJillville. Women's wrestling lives here. And welcome to a special episode where we cover some of the worst women's wrestling facecans by Mattel.
Ha! Perfect! Good work, Co-Mayor Alexa.
I'm still a little confused with everything going on between us. Why did you want me to do the intro for this video on bad facecans?
What? No major reason. Alright, let's just get this list started, shall we? Whew. Okay, so here in LumberJillville, I haven't done a list video in a while, and I wanted to do a fun one. So as my collection has grown the last year, I was going through my figures, and holy frick did I come across some terrible face scans. Now, most of these are before the true FX face scan technology. So sculpt scans, whatever you want to call them, there are some bad ones. Now remember, this is just my opinion, and also remember that I think all these women are beautiful in their own way, and this video is by no means poking at how they look. It's simply poking at the bad scans and how bad of a job Mattel did on some of these women's scans. So that's what it's all about here, and I'm also not going to rank them in any particular order, because this video is part 1, but as I get more women's figures and find some more bad scans, I'll make a part 2, 3, and whatever. So let's start off by my favorite one. So this is Basic Series 87, Bayley, released in 2018, and y'all, take a look at this. Take a look at this scan. And I have to say, most of Bayley's figures, even before the TrueFX face scan technology, she had some awesome facial expressions, and they really nailed it. But for this one, oh man, this one is horrible. This one is bad. I mean, she's got this little ear-to-ear shit-eating grin, and her eyes are kind of crazy, kind of all over the place. This looks like post-concussion Bayley if I had to have a figure of that. But once again, I am not making fun of these women's looks, because in real life, all these women are beautiful in their own way. This is simply poking fun at the scans and how they don't resemble the women, and ones that kind of came out goofy, and this is one of them. I mean, this is a beaut right here. This is my favorite. Also, looking at the attires, you know, I'm not going to look at the attires on all of them, but this is not part of the video. We're just focusing on the faces because, I mean, look at this attire. They did a pretty good paint job on this thing. I mean, this is pretty cool. So, say goodbye to this Bayley scan as we move on to the next. Are you ready for Asuka? I said, are you ready for Asuka? I don't think you're ready for Asuka, because this Elite 47A, released in 2016 Asuka, you take this mask off, and boom! We got Party Asuka! And I have to say, this looks nothing like Asuka. If you compare it to the Network Spotlight Elite that came out pretty recently, I mean, that scan is spot on. One of the truly most underrated women's figures ever. But this one, I mean, look at the scan. Who is that? Whoever that is having a great time, and I wish I could have as much fun as this figure is having. Now, once again, the attire is killer. I mean, this attire is ridiculously awesome. And it takes away from that horrible face, but oh my gosh, look, who is this? Who is that? That is not Asuka, but whoever it is having a great time, so good for them. But yeah, whew, they missed the boat. Alright, so this next one, I wasn't completely sold on it at first. I thought it was better than most people were saying. But taking a closer look, this Basic Series 60 Renee Young, released in 2016, is what nightmares are made of. I mean, look at this face. Now, once again, the attire rules. Great detail, but this face, I mean, they went all out on her smiling. I mean, this is like the Joker type appearance that you get with this face scan here. Like, I actually stopped displaying it on my shelf because every time I looked over, she's like, you want to play a game? You know what I mean? Like, I'm out. I'm out of this. Not good. Now, this Basic Series 33 Tamina, released in 2013, is the oldest figure I have on this list. And not much to say here other than this does not look like Tamina whatsoever. It definitely fails the test that I say if you take this head off and put it on any other figure, you'd be like, who the frick is that? Who is that? So yeah, this is not looking like Tamina at all. Next. All right, so here it is. Anyone that watches my channel knows that I absolutely loathe this figure. I cannot stand this face scan. Now, the other face scan that comes with this Ultimate Edition Becky Lynch, it's okay. It works out fine. But this one is horrible. Horrible. And my whole thing is, by this time, there were basics released out there with awesome scans of Becky. So the Ultimate has no excuse for being so bad. And this is true FX face scan technology. And instead, we get someone that looks like they're cosplaying Becky Lynch. And it looks like they got toasted in the back with Matt Riddle in the green room. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at this face. It's horrifying. It looks nothing like Becky. It's crazy. Crazy to me. So, yeah, I can't put my finger on it. All I can say is, who is this? What's going on here? The only thing that gives it away is the hair color, honestly. If it didn't have that hair color, people would be terrified of this figure and say, hey, where'd you get that Matt Riddle sculpt, bro? But yeah, this Becky Lynch, one of my least favorite ever, and there's just no excuse for this. So, I give it a big old wet one there. On to the next. Had a dream that when I made it. Boo! Who is that? What's going on under those shades of yours, Sasha Banks? This is Sasha from Elite Series 44, released in 2016. And what a swing and a big ol' miss, because this figure's great otherwise. I mean, it comes with awesome accessories, this awesome jacket. She comes with the little knuckle rings, these sunglasses. Thank God, these sunglasses. But look at this face. I mean, it's no secret that Sasha really has had some bad scans, and even the good ones haven't really resembled her up until Elite 83, and that's still not perfect, but it's almost there. But I have to tell you, this is one of the biggest missteps by Mattel, because this is just horrible. And I think a lot of times with these women's figures, the way they put on the makeup, which you'll see on the next figure, is a lot of times the main reason why it just looks like a complete train wreck. And this is no different. The makeup application on the corner of the eyes, a little bizarre. Got a bit of a 7 head there, okay? But this does not look like Sasha Banks, and that's so unfortunate. I'm so glad she comes with these shades, so we can just put those on and just say, it's okay. It's okay, girl. You just go back on the Sasha shelf, and you just keep these glasses on, and don't you ever take them off. Don't you ever take them off. Wow! Take a look at this Charlotte from Basic Series 86, released in 2018. Now, I have to first off say that Charlotte's a very strong woman. She's very muscular, beautiful, beautiful woman, right? This figure's body looks like it's built like a 10-year-old boy. I mean, there's no muscle going on here. What's going on? You know, but we're focused on the face here, and the face is simply horrifying. And this is why. So once again, like I said about that Sasha, makeup application is huge. And here they let me get a closer look here. They coated it around the eyes. Honestly, I don't know why they went so heavy or thick with it. But to be honest with you, I just picture her sitting next to Joaquin Phoenix in the Joker movie, putting on her eye makeup right next to him, smile, Charlotte, smile, Charlotte, smile. You know, and just putting on this eye makeup. What's going on here? What is this? What's going on? This is horrifying. So yeah, they definitely used all their makeup budget on this one figure around Charlotte's eyes. Brutal! On to the next. Horrible scan. Yeah, this scan is brutal. And this is Carmella from Basic Series 89, released in 2018. And what's going on here? Who is this Carmella? Now, you know Carmella is kind of like Sasha, in a sense that it took a while for them to nail the scan, and I really do think they nailed it on the most recent Basic and the upcoming Elite. But she has had so many different various scans because they just haven't found one that works that well. You know, that Fan Central Elite was pretty cool, but this Basic, what's going on here? Who is this? What is this? You know what I mean? That's just bad. I don't know. Not much else to say. So, this is Eva Marie from Basic Series 59, released in 2016. Now, thank God she has that NXT TakeOver Basic in the all red, because that scan's pretty cool, and that looks so much like her. But between this scan and the one that might be a little different in her black gear, this is brutal. I mean, this is one of those scans, once again, you take this head off and put it on anybody, and you wouldn't know who it was. So, yeah, I just think it's terrible. That's all I got to say about that. Whoa. And here she is, folks. Anyone that watches my channel knows how I feel about this figure. This is Lana from Basic Series 64, released in 2016. And there's a reason why this figure, Demon Lana, is the antagonist to the LJV channel. I mean, this right here is brutal. I have done a full review on this figure, so go back in the old archives and watch it if you'd like. But I have to tell you, what's going on here? What is going on here? It's like this is the time where she was a thing with Dolph Ziggler, but it's almost like somehow, some way, someone at Mattel was carrying a folder that had her scan and Dolph scan, and they tripped and picked up Dolph scan and thought, oh, okay, this must be Lana. We're going to use this. I mean, that comparison made no sense. That scenario made no sense. But hear me out. This looks like Dolph Ziggler. This is ridiculous. This is brutal. And there's a reason why she is the #1 enemy to the LJV channel. Oh, that was rough. That was rough. But honestly, that was a lot of fun. And I'm sure we'll have many more part 2s, part 3s in the future. But, whew, I really hope that Scarlet Basic 120 or Elite 86 Carmella comes very, very soon. Because I need some good figures to review. I need them after that video. But anyway, thanks for stopping by LumberJillville. Women's wrestling lives here. Make sure to hit like, subscribe, and join the community. Have a great night, y'all.